welcome everybody and thank you for coming to International Workers' Memorial Day commemoration at Surrey County Council. Just going to say a few words. My name's Paul Couchman. I'm the Secretary of Surrey County Council Trade Unions and of Unison in Surrey. On the 28th of April every year, International Workers' Memorial Day is a time to remember those who have died, either because of a workplace accident, ill health or diseases as a result of work. For the last few years, we've held a brief memorial ceremony here along with Surrey County Council to honour those who have died. This year it fell on the weekend, so we moved the event to today, the 1st of May, which is also incredibly important to workers and trade unionists as an international day of celebration, May Day. The Health and Safety Executive annual statistics show on average 135 workers are killed with work-related accidents every year. They also estimate that there are around 13,000 deaths every year from occupational lung disease and cancer caused by past exposure at work to chemicals and dust, such as asbestos or silica. However, safety campaigners estimate that the true figure for all work-related deaths is closer to 50,000 each year. We're still counting the true cost of COVID, and it's almost impossible to gauge the number of suicides and mental health related deaths that may have been avoided if those workers' health and well-being at work have been taken care of. Changes in policy, restructures, relocations, etc. can all have a seriously detrimental impact on already vulnerable workers. Every year more people across the world are killed at work than in wars. Most don't die of mystery ailments or in tragic accidents. They die because an employer decided their safety just wasn't that important a priority. International Workers' Day, Memorial Day 28, commemorates those workers. With last year being the hottest on record, the theme for this year is the impact of climate change on occupational health and safety. Death at work and employment disruption as a result of global warming, not to mention occupational illnesses caused by polluting fossil fuels, are rising everywhere and are only expected to increase. Thank you for standing with us this year to particularly remember the early victims of climate change caused heat stress, UV radiation, air pollution, industrial accidents, extreme weather events, vector-borne diseases and chemical exposure. It would also be remiss of us not to also remember the tens of thousands of workers in Gaza that have been killed over the past year, and to redouble our efforts towards achieving a sustainable ceasefire and a peace in that region. We commit ourselves to fight for a world that's more, not less, safe to live and work in. Please remember the dead and fight like hell for the living.
The focus on the climate change, on the impact of climate change on occupational health and safety is this year's focus. And like other workplaces, schools and colleges are affected by extreme weather events, whether heat waves, flooding, storm damage, or by the air pollution that is part of the problem. Many buildings are in poor condition, whether because of asbestos, RAAC, or simple failure to keep up with maintenance. All need to be made safer, greener and more comfortable places to learn and work. The Workers' Memorial Wall I would like to bring people's attention to is where it's on the International Workers' Memorial Day site, and around the world the union movement tries to remember those who lost their lives because of their job. And this is a space where we remember those who've lost their lives either at or from work-related injury or illness. It gives an opportunity to reflect, mourn, share memories of colleagues and loved ones, and give hope and comfort to those who've lost their families, to those who've lost their lives. Trade unions will continue to fight for a future when no worker is at risk of their health or life while doing their job. We remember those we have lost and organise for safer, healthier workplaces in their memory. We honour those we've left and pay respects by submitting a tribute. Many of the tributes are very moving and include people from all sorts of workplaces who've died due to workplace injuries, not just those who put their lives in danger due to being in the emergency services, but those who have died in one instance from, it appears, simple overwork, being called in repeatedly when they were off shift and worked for long shifts until they had a stroke in the workplace. This particular worker was a waiter, and I was so moved to read their story that this is the job they died for. So please have a look at the memorial wall. It's really moving. It brings it home on a very individual basis. Thank you.
As the SCCTU, we acknowledge that there are still many thousands suffering from the effects of long COVID in Surrey and around the world. We also welcome the changes in Surrey County Council to raise the profile of health and safety, and especially welcome is the renewed focus and concern for mental health and well-being. Let's spend just a moment in silence remembering